kind of crowd from various people across other states, and it's a knowledge sharing platform. I'll share my knowledge and I'll take your questions, and then it's a mutual learning platform. So that's what it's all about. Thanks for the opportunity also.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Noresh Babu. So now I think we can start our today's proceeding. You can start today's proceeding.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So very good evening to all the students and faculties gathered over here. I hope all are doing well, safe, especially at this situation. Yes. Okay. So I have a small request before start the session. Instead of taking a session and a monologue scenario, I like to take a session as the discussion, because analytics is all about the future. I did not say this statement. I'll make you feel the statement why the analytics and data science is all about the future. So is it fine that let us make the session more interactive rather than a kind of lecture? Oh, is it fine, guys? Hope I'm audible to all.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So can I get some input from the students, like, what was your expectation in today's session, guys? So because the topic is given as current trends and what were the career opportunities we have in data science and data analytics, and most of you guys from arts and science, especially into an IT related subject, like BCA student, BBA student. Okay, so what was your expectation in today's session? May I know that before proceeding it further? Yes, guys.
Yes, students, you can interact with him. As because interaction is very important, because otherwise the things will be very bored. It will be very bored kind of session. So please interact with sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Bishwajit. Yes, Bishwajit. Good evening. Tell me.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Sir, actually from the today's class, my expectation is I would like to learn something about the data analysis and data mining.
Good.
So that is, sir.
That's great. So you like to learn what exactly data analytics is all about and how the text mining concept works. So any more you guys like to learn in today's session? Okay. So guys, yes, guys, okay, let's make it in this scenario. I don't want to ask a question, guys. It's a learning platform. I said, I have knowledge of data science and data analytics. Okay. So what you want it from it? Okay. So we'll discuss about it further. So let me share a screen so that we will start as per my proceedings. Meanwhile, if you have any queries, then you can stop me immediately. Okay. I hope my computer screen is visible. I have a small PPT to be presented. Can I proceed?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, fine. That's good. So yes, we are also part of current community, and we know how much data we used to generate on an average every day through various sources, starting from social media, okay, your personal emails. There are various sources. We used to generate huge number of data set every now and then. Fine. So the amount of data we generate, fine. So it is doubling every year, and the ratio of this data penetration in last 5 years is at most double than whatsoever the data we generated in last 15 or 20 years. For example, you can see some of the basic statistics I given over here. For example, how many users are currently watching Netflix every minute? So all the statistics are on a minute basis. How many WhatsApp text has been shared among everybody on every minute? How many Facebook posts, how many likes, how many Skype calls. So all the statistics are given. So guys, don't you think like all these are data? Okay. So this data is stored somewhere. Okay. I understand what is data, but what am I going to do with this? Especially you are a programming guy, right? So we used to write a lot of programming for automation. That's what we do. Am I right? So can anyone tell me what was this automation is all about, and how do we write programs? Any random answers? Like if I'm a BCA student, you might be using, for example, Fibonacci series, right? You will use if loop. Okay, there are a lot of programming codes you guys will write to run certain process, like a kind of automation, right? So can we do any kind of automation in text? That's what we are going to see. So let's take a basic look at it. You guys can see some of the statistics, like Facebook users sends on an average 31.25 millions of messages. Okay, a lot of facts are given. So I'll just share all the facts over here. Wallpoint handles more than 1 million customer transaction every second, and at most only 0.5% of the data we analyzed. So no, I understand one part. There are huge data as a customer we are generating. Okay. The second side, we are analyzing only 0.5% of the data, right? So why do we need to collect the data, and then why we need to process the data? So basically data collection, we'll acquire all the data, we'll prepare the data, analyze and act and to operationalize it. How to derive some meaningful information out of the raw data. So that's what we are going to do in data analytics. The first step, fine. There are huge data sets. We take the relevant data set, we prepare the data set from an unstructured information, because when you speak on something, you will be talking something different. When I speak on something, I'll be talking something different. So we'll make everything into a structured format, then we analyze it, then we'll take some meaningful insights and then we implement it. So that is a language we will use in terms of data analytics. Is that fine? Basic: acquire, prepare, analyze, act and operationalize it. Okay, are we using data analytics in our day-to-day life? Anyone? Are we using data analytics in our day-to-day life? Are we? I typed the best C. I was trying searches has been shown as a reference. For example, best colleges in India, best camera phones, best caption for Insta, best caption, best comedy movies. Okay. So what was this prediction? But my question is, after this session, you also go to your Google page and then just type, best C. Okay. And think, do you really think you'll get the similar kind of loadings in your mobile phone or else in your laptop? Do we?
Sir, we will not get it. It will vary according to our usage of the browser.
You will not get it. Okay, so it varies according to your usage. Okay, I use the example like best colleges. So whenever the moment I type on something best C, computer try to understand what exactly Naresh is trying to look for. When the moment you search for something best C, it may show something completely different. You may be looking for something into, and like whenever you want to have a leisure time, you search for best cartoons. The moment you type best C, it may show the best cartoons in 2020, right? Possible. So what we call it as, what computer is doing, computer is trying to auto-complete what exactly you are looking for. How do computer know what am I looking for? Based on my past data. So what they do, now please correlate with the previous diagram what we discussed. They acquire all your searches information. They prepare your data, what is Naresh is searching for exactly in recent days. Okay. They analyze the data and they act on the data and then implement it. When the moment I type for best something, it automatically take all the relevant searches I was recently doing across, and then it displays me a ease of use. Okay, autocorrect. This is a one small element of text mining, because one of your students started with. So what is text mining is all about? We mine means we will gather a lot of text information about every individual user. Okay, so let's slowly move on to next. How many of you guys experienced this one? When the moment I want to search for best colleges in Pune, okay, but as I'm a layman, I does not understand what was the spelling is all about. I just type best colleges in Pune, okay, but still you can see there is showing results best colleges in Pune. What happening over here? Computer can understand this spam detection. What exactly Naresh is trying to look for? Is it fine? Even though I'm giving a wrong input, computer can still understand what am I saying, right? So spam detection. How do they do it? These are the spelling I used to do it on a regular basis, and whenever people want this particular search information. Is it fine? So moving on to further. Okay, how many of you guys recently noticed this option is available in your email box? For example, whenever I used to yeah, so whenever I used to write a mail, I always
হ্যাঁ হ্যালো স্যার। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ আমি দিচ্ছি আরেকবার। হ্যাঁ দিয়েছি, আপনার হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে আছে, আমি দিয়েছি। ঠিক আছে, আরেকবার দিচ্ছি, আবার দিচ্ছি। হ্যাঁ তার আগে আমি এটা পরশুদিন পাঠিয়েছি, পরশুদিন। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আমি দিচ্ছি, আবার দিচ্ছি।
sir, can you please mute your mic if you don't mind? Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No issues. No issues. Okay. So I don't know how many of us noticed when I was writing a mail, I have an habit of writing something called, very good morning to Avik Chatterjee. So the moment I put an reply, automatically, when the moment I put dear, automatically Avik Chatterjee's name has been automatically typed. We call it as predictive texting. When I was trying to write something on my mailbox, or when I was trying to write something on my Word document in current scenario, automatically computer trying to predict what exactly I'm trying to communicate with an opponent, right? So what computer is doing, they're trying to predict what exactly. How do they predict? Because they know what was the pattern or what kind of sentence Naresh used to frame. When the moment Naresh type very, automatically try to pronounce, he tried to say good morning. You can see the difference over here. Hi very is showing in a dark black in color, and then good morning shows in somewhat in the ash gray color. Fine. So
Okay,
what we,
okay, Mr. Norris, just a minute.
yes.
Actually, I'm just interrupting you. I'm sorry. It was
No
a very
issues.
nice session going on. Actually, our principal sir has just joined us.
Okay, okay,
Uh, our principal sir is with us.
fine.
I'm welcoming our principal sir, Dr. Miral Kanti Chakraborty sir.
That's great.
He is with us. Sir, basically, a good session is going on data science. Mr. Norris Babu, he is giving us uh, 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 various knowledges about data science. Sir, I will request you to say something on this. Our BB and BCA students are with us. You please, sir, say something about this. Mr. Norris Babu is with us,
Very good
sir.
evening, sir.
Sir, I hope you can hear us. Hello. I
Yes,
think
there is some technical
maybe
glitch, I think. Okay.
yeah some technical
Sir,
glitch. Okay,
yeah.
you continue. Sir
Yes,
is
sir.
there. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you, Naresh.
Yes, sir.
It's my
Sorry
pleasure.
for sorry for interruption. I am I am thank you for your nice presentation. I am with you for some time, and then
Yes,
I will leave for a busy work in
I
my
understood.
family. Okay,
Understood, sir. Understood, sir.
so I am thankful to you that you have enjoyed our webinar to enrich our students and also our faculty members. Thank you, Naresh. I will Ovik and I
Yes, sir.
will
Yeah.
attend meeting in future. If you come to me, if you kindly arrange a meeting, Ovik.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Sure.
Okay. Thank you, Naresh. You carry on. You carry on.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Please,
sir. I'll
please,
do,
you
sir.
carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And
Yeah.
thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you,
First of
sir.
all, I like to thank the institute and a principal and other faculties to give an opportunity to share my knowledge among the students, sir. So it's a pleasure to be here, sir. So I'll continue with
Okay,
my
okay.
session, sir.
You carry on. You carry on. Yes,
Thank you,
carry
sir.
on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
So
Knowledge carrier.
yes, so let's proceed with the same concept. We are working on predicting text, so computer now can understand what Naresh is exactly trying to communicate. So it's predicting my content. Okay, and many of us used to understand there is a spell check concept is also available in the Word document. It is again, for example, I have a friend who always used to pronounce agenda as agenda. I hope you understand. So there is a term called agenda. So what was today's agenda? So but my friend always used to pronounce it as agenda. Fine. But whenever my friend used to type Ajanta, computer will automatically rename it as a concerned person is typing it as Ajanta. He most probably trying to mean it as agenda, but unfortunately they're doing a spelling mistake. When you do some regular spelling mistake and make the correction, computer understand whenever you're typing a wrong spelling mistake, it will make it right because computer understands your pattern. In this particular word, Naresh always used to make mistake. Is it fine? So this is again a kind of small text mining technique based on your past pattern. Computer will understand what exactly we are trying to do. Okay, so this is all we are talking about quantitative data, that is something entered in form of letters, characters, or something. But how about qualitative data? For example, do we experience with Google Assistant, Alexa, right? We use in our mobile phones, okay? We use in our houses. And I don't know, do anybody experience with Alexa? Anybody of you guys using Alexa? Any volunteers? Or any of you guys ever used Google Assistant before? I have a small question, and obviously don't think like I'm going to ask any technical question. Anyone?
Yes, sir. I use Assistant.
Yes, Nirmal. Great. Very good. So you use Google Assistant. Now, Nirmal, tell me the very first time when you try to use Google Assistant and when you're using it right now, okay? So don't you think like there is a huge difference in your Google Assistant that it can understand your language far better? Am I right? Or the day you are using it is similar in the current scenario also? How do you feel so?
Yes, sir. It definitely updates itself on a daily basis.
Right? Okay. So guys, that is what the practical scenario is. For example, let me give a small example. Okay. I have Alexa in my house. Okay. So the very first day when I communicate with Alexa, I have different accent of speaking. I have different vocabularies to make certain sentence. Okay. I'll speak something at different, terms on my own thought process. Fine. When Alexa was trying to understand my way of sentence formation, it is very difficult for Alexa to reply on the appropriate note. But the more I use, okay, if you talk about current scenario, whatsoever I try to look for or search for, I'll get the exact result. So the accuracy of my search was getting increased. Suddenly, one of my friend visited my apartment and he also tried to instruct us, "Hi Alexa, do this." Alexa will not understand what the new person was saying, right? Because Alexa understands my language, understands my vocabularies, understands my sentence formation, understand the way I speak, accents, everything, then it will react according to it. That's what I said. The day you use an Google Assistant, the more you use it, the more efficient it became. So what exactly happening over there? Computer try to understand human language and act according to it. We call it as natural language. Okay, so based on your communication, computer understand NLP, right? So computer will understand, it will take your qualitative input and then convert this qualitative input into one binaries and then search for the information, and the more we use, it's going to optimize, right? So let's discuss something more like where can we use this NLPs, sentiment analysis we call, chatbot. Like I don't know how many of us noticed, if you go for any website in current scenario, there is a chat box available that if you have any queries related to the product or service, you can directly chat with the customer relationship manager. But exactly it is an AI, artificial intelligence. That again, speech recognition, we call it as sentiment analysis, especially when you talk about any product you purchase to e-commerce platform, right? Based on the customer review, I can make a lot of modification my product. I can upgrade my product. I can come up with the different SKUs of the product. Okay, I can add value. I can give better benefit, better discounts. I can able to make a lot of changes through sentiment analysis. It's not only on a product. For example, government is suddenly talking about firm bill. Okay, as government is suddenly done demonetization, for example. What was the people opinion? What people thinks about demonetization? I can analyze it, understand the consumer sentiment, whether the customer feel or the people of India feel whether it is good, bad, what was their sentiment. I can even understand and analyze it. Okay. So we are talking about a lot of applications, everything is fine. So let us discuss something more practical, guys, so that it's easy for us to, correlate in real-time scenario. How many of you guys are a customer of Swiggy? We do. We used to purchase through Swiggy apps. Am I right? Yes, guys. Guys, do we experience Swiggy or not? Food aggregated app, right?
Yes, I think students, I think all of you have somewhat experience with Swiggy or like that.
I have ordered only once.
Yes, everyone. Okay. So can anyone please tell me what exactly Swiggy does? Yes, Sharu, you have anything to add? So what exactly Swiggy does?
Swiggy takes our order, shares with the restaurant, collects it from there, and delivers to the customer.
Okay. Perfect. So can I make it something like Swiggy is an aggregated platform. It is connected with various hotel across. If I'm a customer, I can just go to Swiggy app, Okay, then I can search for some hotel, I can place the order I want it to be. So what Swiggy does, they will communicate that information to the hotel wala. So hotel wala will prepare a kind of dish, so Swiggy will go and pick up and they deliver it in my doorstep. So what exactly they're doing, they are a mediator platform, mediator from terms of logistics supply chain. Like they'll pick up from a hotel and drop it in my doorstep, that is one. And then they are bringing various hotel into one platform. Is it what Swiggy does, right? Yes, or anything more they do? Yes, Nirman, I think, and Shahrukh. Is there more anything Swiggy does, or is this?
Yeah, students, please answer. What do you think? Is there anything more that Swiggy does for us?
Um,
According to me, I think Swiggy also delivers vegetables and all the
Okay,
groceries that we.
so they are slowly involving into various other products. Okay, yes, you said they are slowly delivering glossaries. They're slowly delivering chat items as well as cake orders and birthday orders also. Perfect. But basically, there is a delivery platform, right? Is it right? That's what the
Yes, sir.
business is all about. They take from one place and deliver it. But when a Swiggy want to extend their business and their platform which takes a product from one place and deliver it in another place, when they want to raise and fund for their business, okay, investors are ready to invest in billions of money without asking any question. But my concern is, do you really think $1 billion rupees is required? I mean 7,000 crore is required to take a food from one place and deliver it in another place? If you are an investor, will you invest on Swiggy? If so, why? What does that business is all about? Why should I invest 7,000 crore just like that on a Swiggy platform? Is it my question making sense? What Swiggy does, there is a mediator. It's an e-commerce platform. Okay, integrates all the hotels. They take delivery from hotels and then deliver it to the end customer, right? Just to do the transportation job. If I ask you to invest, will you invest 7,000 crore, guys? Is it so really?
I think
If not, why?
I think that this investment is for the future potential of Swiggy, that how they are evolving their user interface like that. Every customer is finds it to very helpful for ordering, and
Okay.
Swiggy understand that how a customer use its app.
Okay. So Nirman, let's make it like this, no? Basically, why we order through Swiggy? First is convenient; they deliver it in a doorstep. But apart from that, the more important is we are getting better discount. Am I right? That's what the reason, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir. It is.
Yes. Okay. Let's take an example. 100 rupees product. Fine. 100 rupees product. I was getting it for 80 rupees. So that's what I was ordering through Swiggy. So what Swiggy does right now, they go to the hotel. Okay. They will pay the money, they'll take up the order. Fine. Already Swiggy is losing 20 rupees over there because they given 20 rupees discount to me, right? Then 20 rupees plus transportation charges, because when a delivery guy of a Swiggy deliver a product from hotel to a customer point, obviously company will give a delivery charge 15 rupees, 20 rupees, 40 rupees according to the distance. Am I right? On an average, then the product cost, company is incurring 30 to 35% loss on every individual sale, right? If you're an investor, still then why you want to invest? Because company is incurring losses on every sales, right? Every Swiggy order, company is losing 35% of the overall cost a customer pays for. If I order for 1,000 rupees, okay, I'm getting benefit of at most 350 rupees. Why? Because I was getting discount through Swiggy. Second, delivery charges is incurred by the company, which means company is putting 350 rupees from their packet. Am I right? So if I'm an investor, why should I invest in a company? Am I having a kind of NGO that I can give a cost to every customer? It's not like that, right? Then why should I? What was the exact revenue model I was talking about? How do Swiggy make money? Even in the future, tell me guys. How do Swiggy make money? How do they get revenue? Yes, Abra.
Sir, I
You are
guess
right.
the
Abra.
restaurants have to pay a certain part, a certain amount of money.
Okay, so how much commission you can say? Any random commission? 5%, 10%,
Yeah, 10,
20%?
Yeah.
right? But I told you already, we are spending 35% cost from the packet, right? Even if the hotel give 20% discount to Swiggy especially, still 15% of the cost should be
So, but
bared
the
by
sales
Swiggy, am
of
I
the
right?
restaurants are increasing.
Sales of it, that's why they're giving 20% discount, right? Yes, sales of the restaurants are increasing. That's why they're giving 20% discount. But we are operating at 35% margin level, right? So hotels will give more discount to Swiggy, 50% discount, something like that. Okay, even they do something just with a margin of 10% on every sales. Why somebody should invest 7,000 crore into Swiggy business? To invest on any business, there should be some potential, right? They should believe that I will get some revenue back from this particular company. There is one statement said by Swiggy CEO in that particular investor report. Do you know what they said exactly? They given a written statement in next 3 to 5 years down the line. Within 2025, Swiggy will decide in all the 10 metro cities, 90% of the customer at least one time in a day, what meal they're supposed to take will be decided by Swiggy. So what was the statement? Can you please repeat? I'll repeat it again, guys. Please notice. Swiggy mentioned in the investor report, okay, across 10 different metro cities in India, okay, they will ensure 90% of the people will take at least one meal ordered through Swiggy application. And then, guys, if I'm talking about numbers, statistics, and figures, top 10 metro cities of India consist of at most 20% of India's population. For example, let's talk about, if I'm talking about Pune, what is the population of Pune? Just about Pune city I'm talking about. 72 lakh people. If I'm talking about Chennai, okay, more than 2 crore people stays only in Chennai, a small part. Talk about Mumbai, again 2.4 crore. So top 10 metro cities of India consist of at most 20% of India's population. And then 20% of India's population is how much? Out of 132 crore. Can I take approximately 26 crore population stays in top 10 metros of India? And they claim that 90% of population will order at least one meal through Swiggy. Did you understand how much potential they are presenting in front of an investor? And then Swiggy will decide which person will eat what. So now Nirmal have a question, I think. Yes, Nirman Paul will ask now, sir, how Swiggy will decide what will I eat on a day? Is it right, Nirman?
It can, like when we open the Swiggy app, it shows what food are like training, or it shows a certain food whenever we open the app. So by this thing, I think they are going to control the mindset of its customer to order a food.
But do you guys really know how much information we are giving to Swiggy whenever you open an application? Let's take a demo. Okay, let's visualize how do we yes, any questions, guys?
We are giving our location, in which time
Okay,
we generally
so
eat, like
Nirmal,
that.
we will do like this. Okay, once the moment you open a Swiggy app, Nirman, what will you do? First application, for example, let me take me as an example. I'm a very non-vegetarian lover. When the moment I open a Swiggy app, what will I do first? I'll apply a filter, non-veg, not on veg, first filter, right? Second, we will give sort on certain priorities. What is the sort? I'll put it as a price, lowest price to high star ratio, like how many restaurant will get better stars and reviews based. If not, I'll shortlist any specific dish based. Okay, if not, I'll shortlist based on nearby availability. Fine. So guys, try to understand, when I was opening a Swiggy application, from the moment I open, how long I stays in Swiggy application, what kind of information I was searching in the particular mobile app. If the mobile app displays 10 different hotels, what are the hotels I'm specifically going for, and how much time I spend on each hotel, and what am I looking exactly over there. All this information has been captured by Swiggy every fraction of second. Avik sir, I think unfortunately, screen sharing has been disabled.
Yes.
So
Yes.
anyway, we does not require PPT. Let's continue
Now
the
it's okay.
discussion.
Now it's okay. Now it's
Try
okay.
it, sir. Let us continue the discussion. Just a minute, sir. Yeah, it's working, sir. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, let's come back. Okay. So I was giving a lot of information to Swiggy indirectly. Okay. So now, what Swiggy does? when the moment I open a Swiggy application at 9 p.m. in the night, okay, what will be my first priority, guys? If I was opening a Swiggy app at 9 p.m. in the night, what will be my first priority? My first priority, let's take 4 parameters. Price is a parameter, okay, delivery time is the parameter, taste is the parameter, okay, and then let me take what price is taken, delivery time is taken, then customer reviews is taken, and then okay, let's take brand, total brand is taken. So 4 parameter we have. Which parameter you'll give more priority when you're going to place an order at 9 p.m.? Which one will be a high priority, guys?
Delivery speed, I guess.
Yes, because already we are running out of time. I don't want to spend much time waiting for my food. Okay. At the same time, if I'm going to place my order at 7 o'clock, fine. What will be my preference?
Quality of food.
So it's very right. Somebody will maybe conscious about the price because let it come late, but I should get it for a convenient price. If not, somebody will say I will look for a what Dubey said, I look for a better quality or better quantity, right? So now even I taken a decision few days before, like no, from today I want to follow a strict diet as a part of 2021, resolution. The moment I said that Swiggy is given 50% offer, buy one get one free, what will I do? Okay, let me start my diet from the next day because I'll not get that offer again. Swiggy know where should hit upon. Is it right? If I give a better discount for Naresh on this particular product, obviously you'll get convinced. If it is on Monday, what Naresh will eat. If it is on Tuesday, what Naresh will eat. Okay, if it is on Thursday, what he'll eat. And then what factors influence him to take decision. Is it fine? Based on the input, what you guys are indirectly giving to the Swiggy, they are making the patent to crack your business. Even you don't have any intention to make it, we will make you to buy it. Is it really possible, guys? Is it really possible? Can we make like that? Even if you're not interested, can we influence you to buy through analytics? Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It happens in the
Yes,
time of sale. Like we have some product in our mind and we want to buy it, not immediately because of price or whatsoever reason, but if we get a good discount on a certain product, we eager to buy it as soon as
okay.
possible.
Great. That's great. Yeah, that's discount is one factor. What more? What more? Guys, I'll put one statement before I was justifying that statement. I don't know how many of you guys will believe it. 70% of the product what you guys have with you right now, 70% of the product what you guys are having with you right now, it's not what you want. It's not what you want, which is we made you to buy it. Guys, try to understand. 70% of the product what you carry is starting from pen, pencil, shirt, anything you take it as mobile phone, anything. 70% of the product what you have is not what you want. We made you buy it. So no, come back again. What you try to say? For example, I want to buy one formal shirt. Fine, guys. The cost is $9.99. Is it fine? I want to buy one formal shirt. The cost is $9.99. I'm going to the shop and I saw the board over there. Buy two get one free. Now tell me, will I buy one shirt or will I end up in buying 3 shirts?
Yes, sir.
Is my
3.
question is clear?
Obviously, 3 section.
Why? Because we are getting cost benefit. One shirt is $9.99, sir. 3 shirt is for 2,000. So I was getting approximately 700 rupees per shirt. Am I right? So obviously we end up in buying 3 rather than 1. But what is your want? Is 1. But what I made you to buy 3. So 66% of your purchase is not what you want, which we made you to buy it. Can I give you something more shocking information? Okay, how many of you guys visited modern retail outlets? We used to go, no? Big bazaars, lot of malls we have. We used to go modern retail outlets. Yes, anyone? Any volunteers? We do. Is there any wall clock or windows kept on a modern retail outlets?
No, sir. There is no no window or any watch.
Why? Why?
So that we don't get to know how much time we are spending there.
That's fantastic. Okay, so when there is no watch or there is no window, you are ensuring that the customer will not get distracted. Okay, so that they will not be in a hurry to move out. Fine. Let me ask the next question. That is something basics. Okay. I think so many of you guys knows your left brain works on something logic and your right brain works on creativity, but there is certain combinations, something like that. Okay. So when you go to a retail outlet, the product displays also is positioned in such a way it will stimulate your brain to make decision. Okay, let me give you more examples. Okay, one is like there is no watch or there is no windows available over here. Okay, next time when you go to a retail outlet, please do notice this also. Your entry and exit gate of all the modern retail outlet will be completely different. Extreme ends. You cannot enter on a gate and you cannot exit on the same gate. Why? Because indirectly I'm pushing every customer to walk across all my shop. Is it fine? Even though I want to buy 1 kg of salt or sugar, I should visit all the garment shop, slipper shop, grocery shop, everything. Only then I can come out of the shop. Is it fine? Okay. So whenever you enter into a modern retail outlet, they will used to give you a trolley or else they will used to give you a kind of basket to carry the product. Am I right? So why do they do it?
Even if I'm going to buy one product, I'll be tempted to buy the rest of them. Carry more.
It's not tempted. Basically, we'll feel uneasy. That's what the right statement
Yeah.
is. For example, I want to buy 1 kg of salt and I took a trolley, and in the complete trolley, if I was keeping only 1 kg of salt and moving it across, don't you feel like I'll feel uneasy? Right?
Yeah.
So I'll tend to put something more into it to make it filled. Fine, that is one. And if you look at it, most of the time the product, like impulse product, chocolates, will be kept at the billing counter. Why? Yes, guys, we used to keep chocolates and impulsive buying products at the billing counter, right? Because when you go for a billing, you'll take that purchase which is not there in your mind as a pre-planned design. Guys, research shows that increasing your cart size, okay, you have a company, increase that cart size double, fine, which indirectly increase the overall company sales to 33% extent. So what is the logic? I don't understand. Just by increasing the cart size, is it really increase the business up to 33%? How it is possible? So can you justify this? Yes, guys, if your cart size is small, okay, even after do a limited number of purchase, if your cart is filled, you will feel that, okay, I purchased quite a lot, okay, you'll not think for anything new, you directly walk to the billing counter. But when your cart size is of something big, okay, even though you're going to put many products inside your cart, it don't looks like it is filled. You don't feel the completeness. Okay, I think I done only limited purchase. I maybe forgot something. You still look for more to buy until you're going for a billing counter. You does not even know how many product you put in your cart. These all are the facts and figures. How do we get this? We observe the customer. How many of you guys noticed all kind of food retail outlets will be either in a red color or else in a orange color? For example, let's take KFC. What color it is, right? If not, Swiggy, or take Zomato, okay, or take McD. Take any product. I don't want to mention. You take any fast food retail outlets. They have a color combination of either red or either yellow. Why? They understand what is the color code impact on the customer perception. No, color red and orange is a symbol that makes you feel more hunger. Okay, from where do you get it? Data, qualitative, quantitative observations. Done, guys. Again, it has been dissected into various. Okay, let us talk about HR. You guys are looking for a final year placements after your undergraduate, right? So individual HR of an organization is going to interview on various technical questions. They will ask some HR related questions. They understand your current affairs, aptitude, communication. They conduct mock GD, mock PA or extempo to shortlist you. But still then, can HR assure you 100% this student will be 100% fit to the job? Is it possible? Yes, guys, is it possible for an HR to give 100% confirmation that student will be more productive on the job?
I don't think
Okay,
it's possible.
but it's not possible, right? Obviously, because they are finding it's the best fit, right? And they are making decision based upon their knowledge. For example, sir, I have experience of 10 years into HR. So I recruited few students in the past. Based on that, this many students are doing good. So in the future, I look for the similar pattern. For example, I recruited a guy who is 60% throughout and have good communication. So whenever the student have this combination, they proved well in the business. So when I want to recruit in future, I'll also look for the similar pattern, good in communication with 60% throughout. Is it fine? I was looking for a certain combination. Guys, even the HR, complete recruitment, training and development process is also onboarded into an analytics right now. Anything and everything we do in our current day-to-day activities around you is all about analytics and data science. But now my last question to you is, I hope you understand, right? How much we are taking customers' insight and creating valuable output. Now my question is, what is data analytics and what is data science? Any inputs you guys want to say? Analytics and science. If not, then you can let me know. I'll explain you what it is. Guys, can anyone volunteer from BCA? I'm not going to ask anything on programming, so don't worry about it. I'm also done my BSc Computer Science, unfortunately. So still, I'll not ask anything on coding. Any volunteers who are from BCA background, can you please be volunteer over there? I want to ask few questions. Not programming, so don't worry about it. Anyone? Ayan? Anyone? Vishwajit? BCA. No one is from BCA or active?
Anybody from BCA?
Okay,
Actually,
so
most of them are from BBA right now. Most
fine,
of
sir.
them
So
from
I'm not
BBA.
going to ask technical questions so everybody can answer. Guys, what is your understanding on artificial intelligence, guys? AI. Yes, guys. Artificial intelligence, AI. Any idea what it is?
So AI is that learns new things whenever it is used,
Okay,
or
guys.
it learns about things itself.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Nimal, just a small insight I want to give. For example, let me give a small example. Then correlate whether your answer is right or wrong. Do you use ATM machine?
Yes, sir. I
That
use
is
it.
an artificial intelligence, basically. Yeah, that is an artificial intelligence, basically. But do ATM scold you? For example, I'm going to take a cash of 1,000 rupees. Okay. Do ever ATM said that, Naresh, you are going over your limit. You're supposed to take only 500 in a month, but you are downloading 1,000. Don't go for your overdrafting. Do ATM instruct me anything like that?
No.
Okay. But what is your answer is all about? Sir, computer will understand and react according to your queries. No, that is not AI. AI is predefined, right? If I ask for 500 rupees, it will give me only 500 rupees. If I ask for 5,000 rupees, system will give only 5,000 rupees. If not, they will give you another option. Naresh, you are expecting 5,000 rupees in this machine, but your account balance shows only 2,000, right? Or your account have 10,000 rupees. If you withdraw 5,000, you'll have only 5,000. It has predefined information in place, and it will communicate only the information. That will not learn on its own. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I
Okay.
didn't knew.
Now I'll tell you. Okay. So there is a term called self-driving cars. Many of you guys knows it, right? But we are doing research on self-driving cars for last 15 years. Even the big giants like Microsoft, Google, Apple, almost every leading company, Tesla, everybody was involved into an AI cars. But still, why are we not successful in AI self-driving cars? Any idea? Any opinions? Yes, guys, any opinions? Why are we not so good in self-driving cars?
Maybe we don't have enough data.
We
No,
don't have enough data. Okay, anyone?
especially in India, we don't have traffic data and all.
I was not talking about
Yeah,
India, across the globe, but
yeah, yeah.
why? I was asking why we are not, successful in it. Okay, let me ask you a question, guys.
Maybe
As I mentioned, why I asked for a VC. Yes. Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
in
go
tough
ahead, go ahead.
situations, where humans can prevent the accidents and all.
Okay, so
Maybe,
humans can take spontaneous decision
yeah,
than computers. Am I right?
yeah.
That's what you mean. But if I'm not wrong, guys, if you know about K9 processor, which is currently available in the market, I was talking about processing speed. We are using dual core, octo core, or maybe quad core processors. Okay, which talks about 1.2 gigahertz or 1.6 or 2.7 gigahertz processor. But we have in trillion and quadrillion processor are available, which can take decisions in very nano fraction of seconds, right? But still, then, are we not ready for that era? Okay, let me give an example. Guys, now understand what is AI exactly. I'm going to write a code in a computer states that just move on this road as per the map or as per the destination given. Okay, assume that I'm traveling from Pune to Kolkata. Okay, I put a map, road is clearly shown, so the car is moving from one point. So what is my next code I'll return? Just move on the road as per the maps given. Whenever you find any hurdles at 10-meter distance from the moving part, slow down the car, right? Because you are having hurdles at 10-meter distance, right? That's the first coding, right? If the hurdle is moving, just move with the slow movement, like, instead of going 100 kilometers per hour, go at 60 kilometers per hour according to the move in the front vehicle. If the vehicle is remains at 5-meter distance, then apply the brake. If the vehicle is remains at 3-meter distance, stop the vehicle. Is it right? I was writing a code. 10-meter distance, if you find any hurdles, slow down the car. If the hurdle remains at 5-meter distance, stop the car. That is my coding. Is it fine? So computer will act according to the sensor right now. So I fix the sensor in my car is moving on the road. There is a hurdle at 10-meter distance, car slows down. There is a hurdle at 5-meter distance, car stops. But my question is, if suddenly a tree fall in between, what do computer will react? Yes, guys, what do computer react?
Sir, car will never stop. It will definitely crash with
Yeah,
with that tree.
It will crash, right? Obviously, because your command is 10-meter distance, slow down, 5-meter distance, stop. If suddenly fall in between 2 to 3 meter, for example, there is a huge storm, the tree fall into on your car. But if you are a human sitting over there, we do not. We suddenly apply a handbrake, we will suddenly pull out the steering somewhere, right? If not, we suddenly apply a sudden brake also. Something somehow we try to do. Whether we will be safe or not, that's a question of, but still we try to attempt something. Am I right? We do.
Yes, sir.
Now, how can I bring that to a computer? Can I make a computer also to take decision on its own? Possible? Do computer can take decision on its own?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It just
That's
All
what
are
we are working
on
on.
previously.
what input is given.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So guys, now I was
Yes,
giving
sir.
you some information. Keep it noted. Still today we are talking about AI, artificial intelligence. Please go on Google a term called cognitive. What is cognitive intelligence? In a very nearby future, computer will take decision on its own. We are okay. I hope you guys might be heard these words also. Machine learning, deep learning, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll show you all the jargons. So just a moment. Yeah, so you guys see all these words, right? Internet of Things, machine learning. What is it, machine learning? Machine will learn according to the inputs you've given. We are working on cognitive intelligence. So what is cognitive intelligence? It can also take its own decision according to the requirement. We are already done with AI. All the self-driving cars in current scenario having an experience of cognitive intelligence. So what is cognitive intelligence? They will understand how your brain responds at an uncertainty situations. Then computer will automatically code themselves to that particular uncertainties. So computer can also respond to any kind of uncertainties at any given situation in the nearby future. So that's why 2 days before Tesla successfully ran at most nearby 600 kilometers self-driving car without having any human intervention in US. Okay, so we are going beyond the artificial intelligence, and there are more. Internet of Things. Okay, you can see augmented reality, behavioral analytics. Okay, experiential economy, agile data science. Huge guys, come out. What we do right now, it's a very basic. What is expected in an industry, irrespective of anything, guys, irrespective of any industry I'm talking about, either it's an IT industry, either it's a management, or either it's an arts and science, any industry, business, anything, we require data. I hope you guys know the industry revolution also, right? So the first industrial revolution is about making humans to work. Second industrial revolution, automation. Third industrial revolution is talking about computers. Fourth industrial revolution is all about personalization. So if I'm talking about fifth industrial revolution, will be on data, completely on data. Just by giving access to your mail ID, okay, just by giving access to your mail ID, I can make the entire prediction pattern of the individual person, what the personality is, what kind of family background he is, what was his interest, what was his future expectation, or what was this perception, everything about you, entire detail, I can able to take it in my fingertips just by having your mail ID in the nearby future, because we are generating and giving mail information to the companies indirectly. Hope this is clear. Okay, so what knowledge I should have as a student, fine, to be in this environment? Yes guys, what skill set or what competencies or what knowledge you require to be a right fit into an industry in current scenario?
Programming
guys.
and statistical skills.
Guys, if I'm talking about a programming, I can recruit and as you said, IT guy, CSE guy, or MTech guys, they can write program. But is it really only programming is going to be? Programming is the key. There is someone
No,
to
sir.
instruct a programmer, right? What to
Yes,
be
sir.
programmed. Is it right, guys? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then I already told you, how many of you guys know Excel macros? Excel, we have a concept called macros. Any idea what is? Okay, I'll tell you. When you perform certain activity in Excel, computer will automatically code themselves. Guys, there are a lot of tools available in the market. We no need to write any kind of codings. When you do something in your screen, automatically computer will generate their own codes. Okay. So coding is automated in current scenario. So that's why there is an upgradation of software is coming in the market. For example, few maybe years before, we are more talking about SPSS, and other software. Then after 1 or 2 years, they started talking about a new software called R software, R Studio. You guys might be know. They are talking about Python recently. So Python. And suddenly they're talking about NVIBO software is coming in. But why there is a new software? Because they are making it this user-friendly interface, just drag and drop. So really, I may require a programming knowledge to get into it. That's a very big question. Business accumulants, okay, and logical application. Often to apply the logic. Only then even you can guide the programmer what need to be programmed. For a digital marketing company, I asked him a very first question: what was your skill set? Am I audible? Sorry. Suddenly I lost my connection. I don't know what exactly it is.
Yeah, it was lost of connection.
Yeah.
Yes, you are audible. You are audible.
Okay.
Please share your screen
Yes,
again.
yes. I'll continue with it. Yeah. One of my students approached me and asked me like, sir, I want to get into digital marketing. The first question I asked him, tell me what was your skill set and competencies to get into digital marketing. So I'm very much creative, sir. I can create very attractive and posters. If I want a good content writer, I does not require an MBA guy. I require MA English who can able to write a better content with more articulation skill. Okay. If you really want a creativity guy who can create a posters and a digital marketing campaigns, I say I will recruit a multimedia guy, BSc multimedia, MSc multimedia guy who can do far better creative job in tools rather than an MBA guy, right? So if you want to be a top notch, okay, so you require that business accumulants. I should dedicate a job to a content writer. What kind of content need to be written? Then you use your vocabulary skill, you use a sentence formation skill, that is your cup of tea. But what was my role? What kind of target I'm going to look for? What should I position? What kind of content I should write? Creativity, yes, you want to develop a poster, you have better creativity skill, but what information you need to communicate out of that poster should be developed by the concept. So logic and conceptualization is the key skill every job role is demanding in the nearby future. All other job, it is in a decline stage because automation comes to an play. IT, our job is what? Reducing the number of lines of codes. That's what the ultimate, because guys, we have codings for almost all the automation process. You can able to develop the complete car, okay, without human intervention, just by codings. So still we are working on that automation coding for what? Reducing the number of lines of codes. I hope all the IT people will agree with me. Only job for us is to reduce the number of lines of codes, nothing else. We are using different source of language to reduce the number of lines of code. We are not generating any new codes. All the codes are existed. So what I want, logical thinking. What platform, what kind of concept I include in what kind of business to do what? Derive a meaningful insight and anything, sir. Okay. Bank, when we apply for a bank loan, it is getting rejected, selected, or what money you it as a personal loan, decided within a fraction of a second. How? Based on your past data, whether you are married, whether you are a bachelor, or whether you are having your CAGR of your salary, any past bank account, all this data are in place. Loans in the past, out of which how many people are repaid it on a timely basis.
Or is your voice is breaking again?
Get a priority to get it approved. And what is it? Can I approve this personal loan up to 8 lakhs to develop a? Okay. Am I audible, sir? Can I continue? Hello.
Yeah, you are audible. Okay, right now you are audible.
Perfect.
Continue.
So guys, I was very much clear. Yes. Yeah, perfect, sir. Okay. So as we are running out of time, let me make it short and simple right now. Very clear. Yes, you require a knowledge of programming, you require a knowledge of every specialist, that is something base. But when you want to accelerate into a different role, because this is again, when a computer comes in, data entry jobs are getting eradicated. Similar way in future, even kind of every automation happens now, programming and other will automatically get it. So what to my student is all about, develop your competency in application of logical thinking on various business accumulants, how this business works, what concept I should use it over there to derive some meaningful insight, and how will I make use of my past data. Guys, once you be more into it now, you will be like a magician. So what do you mean by it? By looking at a personality, a guy came to me in my shop and asking for a property to be purchased. When the moment I look at the guy, what was his age, what was his income level, so I can easily make out what will be his expected package, what will be his expected amenities, BHKs, everything. How? Data I have based on my past customers' experience. Done. So with this, I like to wind up this session. If you guys have any queries, you can quickly ask me some questions. So I'm very much happy to answer your questions rather than giving theoretical lectures. So please. So I'll stop sharing my screen for a question and answer. Or if you guys have any question, you can put it in a chat box also. So I'm very happy to answer.
Yeah, students, if you have any question, you can ask sir. If you have any question regarding the regarding data science and all that,
Yes, sir.
you can ask sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. So what was the exact differences between the data science and data analytics you have said?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Data analytics is work based on the numbers, okay, based on the past data. But data sciences, it can able to create something based on the past data on its own. And AI, now you understand AI, right? Based on the existing set of codes, what you return, it's going to execute the same. But it could not able to create something new on its uncertainties. But data science, which I'm talking about, mostly work on a qualitative perspective of it. It can also generate its own output or a decision at an appropriate time. So that's why we call it as data science. Qualitative and quantitative, I can call it as. Qualitative,
Okay,
quantitative, right? That's what the difference it is. So we are inclined now more towards data science. Data analytics 2 years before. Because again, it's a trend. We discuss about data analytics currently. More questions? Sorry, any questions? You can proceed, please. Guys, yeah, no questions. Guys, there is only two way good to go, guys. One, either you understand everything so that there is no question. If not, you don't understand anything. That's why there is no question on the discussion. So which one will I take it as? You guys understand everything, then I don't believe in this that somebody can understand entire. And if you have any question, you can please ask me. And it's a learning platform, so let's learn mutually.
Sir, I want to ask that is it possible that AI can replace the human mind, or it can be more creative than the human mind, that it can think as a complete individual?
Okay, I'll tell
Means,
you. Majumdar, if I'm not wrong, right? Majumdar. Okay, man, what is artificial intelligence is all about? I have a very specialist brain on doing something. Okay, let's assume it. I have a specialist brain to do something. I cannot be in all the places, right? So I'm taking a copy of my brain and then putting it across on the market. Okay. So anybody want to access me, instead of me every time, you can access that particular data which I given to take a similar kind of suggestion what I used to give. Is it fine? Assume it. Sir, Naresh was giving very good suggestions on all my issues. Let's assume it. But you cannot approach Naresh all the time. Am I right? So what will I'll just take all my knowledge and I put it as a chatbot. So whenever you have any question, you just type your question, automatically the answers will be displayed on its own. Is it fine? So artificial intelligence is always less than the human knowledge, because I was making a copy of some of the existing human brains only. I was not creating anything beyond my human brain which cannot be compactable within human knowledge. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, everything which is under the control of human. But you feel it is something wow, because when compared to you, that knowledge may be something very different. Google is something very big, sir. Google have answers for everything. So then Google take over me? No, it's not like that. We does not know something,
but
but
AI
Google
does
knows
not
it.
have any emotion, just like the humans. We have humans have the emotion. That is only the difference which makes us human and the machines, the robots, and the artificial intelligence. It is the emotion that is the difference, because we can think creatively. We can, because AI is only comprised of some programs and program structures, and to do anything you have to be programmed beforehand, and we humans can take a decision instantly to solve a problem, but the computer has to be learned that way to do the work.
Okay, so I'll tell you now, guys. Even if you take some decision on an emotion basis, okay, computer will observe how many emotional cases are coming under this particular person and how decisions has been taken. What is the probability? Okay, so I can bet on it. Like if I was playing a cricket, I can even predict how much Dhoni will score in today's match based on the past history. So how can you able to predict? Yes, I have past. Similar way, I'm talking about emotions can also be captured on a pattern. For example, if you try to attempt something wrong to Alexa, I don't know how many of you guys notice. Okay, let me give a practical example. Then you guys tell me whether AI have a what to say emotion, or because anger is also an emotion, right? Guys, this example is given by a managing director of Deloitte when he came to our campus, okay, Pune Business Management, for us webinar. He said that, Naresh, I used to always mock with my Siri. He has an Apple application, so he used to take Siri and he used to make a lot of noise. For example, he'll talk to Siri for question. For example, Siri, can you play a song for me? Can you book a restaurant? Can you please what to say, calculate this formula? He'll talk something more appropriate in certain time, but certain time just to prank, okay, just to test the Siri application, he used to make different sound. For example, Siri, what is maybe Yaku, what is wow? So something when you make an unpredictable or unrealistic voices, sounds, and making the Siri to answer for it. How many times Siri will say, I don't find any related results, I don't find. That's what Siri will respond, right? People who use Google Assistant, when the relevant search is not found in online, what it will say? I don't find any relevant search, I don't find any relevant search. When you are irritating a Siri to more than certain extent, okay, guys, believe it, Siri does not respond to his voice at all after some time. So what he did, he intentionally giving some different voices, okay, different words which is not at all exist, to understand how Siri can respond to such voice queries. Siri understand it in certain time. This guy was literally doing it intentionally, giving certain words which does not have a meaning. But what happens? Siri does not respond to his voice at all. Later sometime, okay, when he was in a home, her daughter used to take his mobile phone and used to talk to Siri, like play a jingles or something like that. Accidentally he noticed that whenever he is talking to Siri, Siri was not even responding hi, hello, nothing. There is silence. But when our daughter take his mobile phone and then Siri, can you play the jingle? Siri was responding to her daughter voice, not on his voice. So what does it mean? It understands the person he was mocking, giving an unpredictable words to search for, which always show there is no results found on Google. Siri understand and it also react. It will not react to that particular concerned person's voice. Rather, it reacts to a daughter's voice. So don't you think like the emotional role started playing over here in this case? If you guys want it, please try it out. Because he said it to me 1.5 years before. I tried it on my Google Assistant. This is a similar feedback I also received. After some time, your Google Assistant will not respond to you when you given more realistic search to your Google Assistant. That is an emotional key, right? Can I put it like this? So it is again a number of times you are doing it. Computer will also understand. Sometimes it may be accidental. Not all the time I can look for some relevant information. Sometimes it may be accidental, but accident cannot be happen all the time. Right? Intentional. You can understand the difference between accidental and intentional. When the moment you post your queries into an intentional ratio, then automatically your Google Assistant or Siri will not respond to your question. Right?
So keyword Siri or Google Assistant has his own mind that he can make his own preferences to whom to talk or whom to not talk.
No, that's why not.
No.
Accidental is one point, intention is another point. Okay, it will have a proper bifurcation. How much you are doing it accidentally. I search for certain information which is not there. One time it can happen, but it was happening for a multiple time. From an accidental, you are putting that ratio to an or putting that bar to an intentional. So there is a defined program written for people who are doing it intentionally. So then it will be breaking. So even emotions can be bring into a programming language. That's what I try to suggest.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your advice.
So any more questions? So questions are very interesting.
Yes, his question was very interesting, and you have given a very nice explanation.
Yes. Any more questions? If you have, we will please try to take few of the questions more. So, if not, yes, yeah, please.
Sir, just a couple of minutes ago, you have said about that the cognitive intelligence, the cognitive artificial intelligence is already in the market, and it can take your own decision. So,
yes.
Can it be harmful for the human society later on stage?
Okay, I'll tell you. Let me give an example. So I told you, right, in a car, when I was writing it in a programming language, artificial intelligence, I'll just tell you how the cognitive intelligence programming has been written. They will fix a lot of micro sensor, okay, on me. Okay, who asked this question? Vishwajit, right, if I'm not wrong?
Yes, sir.
Vishwajit, let's make one thing. I hope you understand what is that, EMR scans, ECG and EMR scans, like, which can understand your brain wavelengths, brain thought process. Okay, I'll make you sit in a car. Okay, I'll attach lot of sensors in your brains, how your brain reacts on certain situation. Nothing. I'll just ask you to drive the car for 10,000 kilometers. Start from Kanyakumari and travel to Jammu and Kashmir. I'll attach a sensor. I'll ask you to travel. When you're traveling in this 10,000 kilometers, don't you think like you'll find a lot of uncertainties? Yes. For example,
yes.
when a tree fall into it, you would have been applied a handbrake. A similar kind of case came to me. I would have been turned my steering very fast towards right or left. Or suddenly somebody applied a very brake very fast. Somebody directly hit on the tree also. Accidentally happened. So I was observing how your brain reacts on a various uncertainty situations. And this information has been converted as in codings. Okay. Then what is the maximum decision? What is the maximum action taken by every individual? For example, I'll ask 10 people to drive 10,000 kilometers. Okay. All 10 people came to an accidental situation, the tree fallen in between. How many people applied an handbrake? So out of 10 people, 7 people applied an handbrake. Okay. How much is an conversion of accidental ratio? Yes, even though 7 people applied for it, but at most 6 people, hit heavily. But out of 10 people, 4 people suddenly turned their steering and then towards right or left. It saved their life. Okay, the probability of success is more. So I'll write it in my programming language whenever there's an uncertainty. Okay, first priority is to turn the steering. If not, then apply the handbrake. Is it fine? Cognitive is also under human control. We are trying to train our computers how to take decision in an unfortunate situation. That's it. We are not asking a computer to decide on their own. How human decide? Accordingly, based on the priority, we are asking a computer to decide on its own language, learn on its own. Is it fine? I don't need to write a coding. I'll create a setup where computer will learn by its mistake. Alexa is the best example I've given, right? Alexa does not know everything, but the more I interact with Alexa, Alexa is developing day by day. Am I right? After 1 year or 2 years of using Alexa, you just talk about anything, even if you are not okay. Let me make it nice. Guys, when I say in a message TC, what is the meaning of TC? I was having a chat text with you. I mentioned, okay, fine, TC. What does that mean? Take care. Am I right? If I mention GM, what does it mean?
Good morning.
So from how you get to know this habit, right? Nobody teach you. Good morning is GOODMORNING. But when I say GM, you understand it's a good morning. How come? Because this has been came. If I mention TC, it has been came all the way. TC means take care. And how many of you write YOU? We always write you in a chat. But still the opponent will understand. Is it right? Why do they understand? Because that's what the way we used to communicate. That is again a cognitive. We are learning. Is it right? So can you say it is taking decision on its own? It's not taking decision on its own. It is taking decision cognitively based on the similar inputs given by our individual. Hope is it clear, Bishwajit?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Perfect. Great.
Thank you, sir. Got it, sir.
Welcome. Yes, sir. So any more questions?
Okay. Do you have any more questions, students? Do you have any? Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, ma'am. Please.
Sir, in near future, like you said that software and computers are going to take over human, like they're going to replace human, and companies are going to like invest more money on getting software than employing people. So which skills do we need to adopt to become like more advanced than that of computer so that we do not fall apart?
So guys, that's what I said, right? Okay. First, I was suggesting you guys to become expertise in anything rather than learning. Guys, there are two scenarios, guys. You can say end of the day, sir, I know every concept, but I was not expert in anything. That's not going to help us. You should know everything, but you should be expert in one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the first scenario. For example, sir, I know all the programming languages. I know C, C++, Java, ASP.NET, okay, VB, whatsoever it is. I know all the programming languages, but I was expert only into Java, for example. You'll reach your level, any extent. But only with the programming knowledge, you cannot able to do it because you will be always an developer. But I said automatically, already the development process has been automated. So what you want? For example, when I given you certain situation, okay, ma'am, I want you to write a code to do this particular process. I want your application oriented brain. So you have to develop business accumulance. That's what I said. Observing it and then applying it on the given situation. Spontaneity. So these are the small skills that you have to develop. Understanding the business model. What was the business model is all about. Okay. And what kind of concept should I implement it over there? So the basic understanding of business accumulance is more important, and you have to be specialist in one thing rather than knowing everything in one point. Fine.
Yes, sir. But sir, computers are more like they have more knowledge than us. Like if I even go for a specialization in Java,
okay,
but a software will be more advanced than me, and it will keep on upgrading itself on the basis of each day than a human brain.
okay.
So in that case, what more human like knowledge do we need to like incorporate in us, in ourselves?
So I'll tell you. For example, you said, sir, computers are having better programming skills and we are having a lot of updated tools and techniques available in the market, whereas I does not require to do much programming, right? But the concept, that's what I was talking about, the concept. A person came to me and said that computer can do better drawing, but what need to be drawing, I should say now. If I instruct a computer do a sketch, computer question will ask me, even the computer is so intelligent, the next question computer will ask is, Naresh, tell me what to sketch upon. That what to you have to give. Only then you will be sustainable in the market. Is it fine now? Is it far simple as it is? Lot of codes are there, lot of platforms are there. What need to be coded? If I ask you to count something, you should know I should use an additional add function. If I ask you what is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, okay, I can add 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. If not, 2 multiplied by 4. Both will give you the same answer. So what are you doing over here? You are applying the logic, concept. That's what I was asking you to. Okay, as you talk about Java, let's take an example. I want to develop a platform, web application platform, okay, for an placement for your college purpose. Okay, you want to have a front end, back end for a complete website for a placement process. Let's assume it like this. Okay, my question to you is something like, when I given this activity, will you start writing the code, or will you first visualize how my front end looks like, what kind of server I should use for, okay, how should I make it something more innovative? Which one will be your first priority? Is your first priority is to just start writing your codes, or your priority is to conceptualize it, visualize it, and then taking it forward? I can buy a programmers who can able to write a codes, but I want you guys to gain your knowledge on how to develop something unique. Fine. How to visualize that particular web page looks like. What are the best backend processor I can use? Can I use Oracle, SQL? What backend I'll use? Okay, to make it more appropriate and efficient. So that conceptualization and bringing it as a system, that skill set, application oriented business accumulation skill set, need to be improved rather than a programming skill set. Is it fine now?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Great.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Okay, so it was a very nice session, sir. Do you have any more questions, students? Do you have any more? Do you want any more guidance or anything? Okay. Yeah, Shwali.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Shwali. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
So, what do you think now? You said about artificial intelligence.
No. There is one second. There is a lot of noise from your background. I could not hear you properly. Yeah. Now you're audible. Go ahead.
So, when we hear this word artificial intelligence, there is many advantage and disadvantage of this thing, artificial intelligence.
Shwali, it's better to write your question in chat.
Shaili, if I'm not wrong, your question is artificial intelligence. There are both pros and cons. Okay, so you want to understand what is the disadvantage of artificial intelligence. Am I right?
No, sir. Actually, I want to ask that, sir, this has any effect in unemployment? This can bring any effect in unemployment?
Okay, I'll tell you, guys. Okay, Shaili, I'll answer my question at best of my knowledge. Guys, anytime there is a new updates comes in the market, okay, people always think like there'll be an unemployment. It's not an unemployment. We have to reskill and upskill. For example, when there is an documentation process are there, okay, to document any kind of document. When people said computer is coming, so people are firing, oh my God, I'll be sacked from my organization if there is no documentation one. You don't need to worry about I'll be sacked. You have to upgrade yourself how to use a computer. That's it. Okay. After computer, entered into a market, in India, we used to do a lot of IT export, IT services as an export. Like, we used to offer various abroad companies as a programmer and developers. So my suggestion to all of you guys is something like, anything you be open-minded, any changes comes in front of you, happily take it, reskill, upskill yourself on a timely basis. Guys, learning is a never-ending process. That's what the statement said. Even now, after holding a PhD degree and having quite a number of experience, every day I myself have dedicated time to learn, upgrade, and upskill myself. So unemployment will be the problem who is not ready to reskill and upskill. Yes, unemployment will be there. Okay, who does not upgrade themselves. Okay, if you don't upgrade yourself, Even after PhD, guys, if I don't upgrade myself in 2 years down the line, I'll be out of the field. Whatsoever I'm teaching, I told you, right? I used to teach R software, R programming language, but now go and check in the industry. What was the requirement? They required Python. So what should I do? I should upgrade myself to Python. If not, I'll also be sacked from my organization. Is it right? So unemployment will always remain same. So you have to be open-minded in approaching your environment and be always open to reskill and upskill yourself. Done? Hope I answered you, Shan.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Perfect. Yes, guys. No, but to be very honest, I was taking a lot of webinars across. Okay, when I was interacting with you guys, I find very much down because session should be more interactive. That's what I always like to be with. Okay, rather than monologue. But the questions you guys have thrown, I was more happy just because I understand that you guys listen to the complete presentation, so that you guys are asking questions in such a way that literally gives a lot of more insight rather than a theoretical session is all about, because we are giving question and answer session for last 40 minutes and still we are in the same phase. All your questions are more appropriate and something thinking out of the box. So what if that is also a skill set required, guys, something beyond your limits. Fantastic group of them.
Yeah, Naresh, since most of our students are BBS students over here, I will like to request you, please share your thinking, share your knowledge about their future course curriculum.
Okay.
Like they will go
Understood,
to
sir.
MBA, they will
Sure.
go to MBA and all that. So how they can opt and
Okay.
what should be the criteria
Sure,
to opting a college like that?
Perfect. Understood. So it's a very clean call to all of you guys. It's very simple, neat and clean. Only with an undergraduate, we could not sustain in the current era. So that is one strong point I should place. Because many students used to come to me, sir, from my undergraduate itself, I got a job. Okay, why should I do my postgraduate? It's not going to work because my grandfather said that 10th is more than sufficient. Okay, my father said 12th is sufficient. Okay, when I was pursuing, people said undergraduate is more than sufficient. Now I was telling you guys blunt on a forum, even PhD is not sufficient. I'm planning for my postdoctorate. Is it making sense? Okay, so only with your undergraduate you cannot sustain your life, so obviously you have to go for a post graduation. That is first. Second, okay, I'll always ask you guys to think in one dimension. Whatsoever you learn, don't learn it as a theory, learn it as an application. Because I always used to ask a question in every forum. I'll ask the same question. Let's see how many of you guys answer it. If you can answer, you're already on track. If you could not answer, at least from now, please align yourself on the track. Guys, many of you guys, as you are an undergraduate right now, at least till 10th standard, you have been done your mathematics, right? Everyone learned mathematics. Yes or no? So except addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, leave about these 4 concepts. Tell me one mathematical concept you learned in your classroom, which you used in your day-to-day life. For example, I'm going to a shop. I want to buy 2 kgs of apple. The guy said apple is 100 rupees per kg. I'll multiply, I'll give him 200 rupees. Okay. If not, I'll give him 500 rupees, take a change of 300 rupees. I was applying addition, subtraction, multiplication, division over there in the market. Leave about this 4 concept. You learned n number of concept in mathematics, right? Trigonometry, geometry, right? Sin theta, cos theta, integral, differential. Do any of the concept you learned in the classroom you ever implemented in your day-to-day life, or else in your business, or else in your subjects, anywhere? If you say no, then you have to answer my question. Why did you learn it then? Is it making sense, guys? Do you ever use integral, differential in your day-to-day life?
Sir,
Did you ever use?
part of
Yes,
the
ma'am.
requisite, so we had to learn it. We had to get good grades and.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Can you guys see me? My computer screen. I was sitting in front of my computer. Yes, you guys can see me, right? My screen is visible. Yes. Hi. Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Guys, let me take an example. If I'm talking about geometry, okay, I'm 6 feet height and a weight of 126 kgs. Okay, in this particular angle of deviation, that is about 45 degree. If you guys are very good observer of geometry, you can predict Naresh can sit in this position only for this much duration. After this duration, Naresh will just incline back or incline front, or else he'll do some different action to make him resist free, or else to avoid the pain of back pain. Is it fine? Again, that's the concept of geometry. Is it right or wrong? Don't feel like, sir, I learned it as a part of my mathematics subject, you did not apply it, you did not learn it how to apply it, you learned it as a subject, you did not learn how to apply it, right? Everything have a logic behind it. Yes or no? Can you sit in the same position for a long time? If you cannot sit, for example, you maybe sit for 5 minutes, I maybe sit for only 2 minutes. Why? Because age is a factor, the way I sit is a factor, my height is a factor, my weight is a factor, right? And what kind of material I am sitting in is also a factor. Is it right? The way I hold my mic is also a factor. So guys, everything you are learning can be implemented, but you guys does not love post graduation. Choose an A, not a learning. Because it's BCG matrix. I learned BCG matrix. Okay, tell me what is an application of it. I learned it, scored a marks. I have 80%. Give me a job. Nobody is going to give you a job out of it. Please. I hope I'm clear with it. Post graduation is the last stage of your career. You have to learn from an institute where you can apply, do internships, do live projects, right? Do field research, applied research. Any institute where you will be inclined more on practical oriented learning rather than a theoretical oriented. Learn one concept. Okay, guys, you don't believe me. I have mentees in my institute. Okay, Pune Business Management. I have 30 students as my mentor. Okay, I always say to my mentees, guys, if you are best in sleeping, sleep, because NASA every year used to recruit who can sleep for continuous 12 hours, and they're ready to pay at most 80 lakhs to 1 crore as a salary for an annum. Guys, I'm truth. You guys know it or not? NASA recruits every year. Just your job is just you have to sleep for 10 to 12 hours. Nothing else. So you can do anything, okay, but you can apply it, fine. And second thing, when you do this, you have to do things rather than learning many things. Learn something more specific which you can able to apply it and be specialist in it. That's what I said to you in the very beginning of the class. Specialist. So opt for an institute where we have more of industry related, industry interface related college, when the faculties are more inclined with an applied research teaching pedagogy rather than theoretical pedagogy. Learn few also should be implementable. So that will be my only suggestion. And then again, last stage of your career, do from highly reputed institute, okay, where you get a lot of opportunity from an industry to go for. Done. My screen is visible. Okay.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Hello. Students, I think the connection has been lost with Mr. Knowledge. Saurabh, are you there? Saurabh?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah. Saurabh, if the connection is lost, then you just ask him if you can.
Yeah. Just I'll already got
Then
it.
we can conclude. Yeah.
some internet glitches, I think. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
extremely sorry. Meanwhile, I lost my connection completely.
Okay, one thing you can do, you can just put off your video, then it will
I'm
it will help you.
extremely sorry for it, sir, and it is completely unfortunate. So, okay, guys, I was talking about it, right? So I shared few of my mentees are some of my students, and I think you guys knows most of them. Tech India Goods, right? Is it visible? Hope you guys can see my screen. Hello. So is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, absolutely visible.
My video for a better, yeah. I stopped my video for the better internet connectivity issue. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
So you can see, guys, these are some of your own, colleagues, your seniors of your college. You can see it over here. The kind of opportunity they got, okay. And look at it. He's working as a management trainee in ESAB. ESAB is a small finance bank. It is one of the leading bank in India. And look at companies like Itchy, Hire, Amazon. So that's what I was talking about, right? Guys, opportunity is there, but everybody have a talent. You should get a right opportunity to be showcase it. If you don't get that opportunity, you cannot be good in whatsoever we do, right? So if you look at it from the big institute, it's not something like you do just a part of your internship. It's not something like there is somebody to guide you or you required. No, you should have somebody dedicated, somebody closed enough. You can rely on them on every different perspective, because some of you students asked me, sir, when I prepare for my job, what should I prepare upon? I given 10 different parameters. You have to prepare for your communication wise, you have to prepare for your aptitude wise, you have to give some extempos, mock GDs, mock PI, okay. You have to do your winter internship, summer internship, live project, field research, applied research. There are thousands of dimensions. Guys, try to understand. If your objective is just to get an MBA, that's not going to be helpful. Okay. Whatsoever you guys going to learn in next 2 years should take you will be in the age of 20. Okay. Will be one career. Okay. Your journey will be based on the knowledge of two top-notch benchmarking on industry-oriented. That's I said faculty resource. That is the way I asked institute as what kind of internship they offer. It's not that internship they offer. You should have proper roles and responsibility. Should be dedicated even as an internship. It's not something like every day you come, observe and go. No, it's not. That's not an internship at all. You should have proper roles and responsibilities. End of the day, you should be preparing what kind of competencies I gained out of this particular internship. Okay. Then when you go for your SAP, where can I apply it? And what are the different specialization I have? For example, sir, I have analytics knowledge, okay, but I wanted to do it in operations. Why not? I want to do it in HR. Why not? Finance. Why not? Okay. So you have different ways to get it done. Fine. And you should require a handhold. That is more important, guys. Okay. Each one of them, for example, David from Kolkata, okay, based in Amazon, he's my mentee even, okay. You can call this guy, he can say about me if you say, we have been discussing with Naresh, sir. He'll be praising me a lot because we know how David joined us and what kind of handhold we given to him. He done his, summer internship from IDBI Federal Bank. So he works in a financial institute, IDBI Federal, then getting into an Amazon. Guys, learning is not something like sector oriented. You should learn holistically. That's what I said. Application is the key role. We will help the students to not only learn, apply it on the industry so that you can present it in a better way. When somebody asks me a question, I don't talk about theory. I'll take an industry example. So this sector, this company, this product, and this service. You will be specific in points with data, facts, and figure. Because in my entire presentation, you would have been noticed it. I'll be emphasizing more on data, right? So that are some of the keys, success factors. How to be guys, getting job is not the key. Sustainable from a reputed institute. When the moment you say I was working in this particular organization, you and your parents should be proud of. So that is the key for your achievement. And your learning should be sustainable for next 30 to 40 years growth. So keep a factor. I'll make it very brief right now, where you get lot of industry exposures, okay, who have dedicated corporate panel in place, where you get quite good number of internships, live projects, applied research, not as a formality, from a reputed institute with proper job descriptions in place, projects in hand, which you can able to really act upon it and there is some meaningful insights, application based projects in place, okay. Third, where you have a direct communication with the corporates, learn from a corporates. Only then you can be updated as per the current scenario. You can directly take any of your undergraduate book and go through it, even in a postgrad book. The book has been printed in 1980s, 1990s, or 2000 or 2010. 10 years old data. Are we aligned as per the current trend? If so, you have to learn from our industries. Okay? That's what I am emphasizing on industry connects. Then look at their alumni database. Where do they work upon right now? What kind of job they are getting? It's not that they got a job into Amazon. Just go and check with Deval. He was working as a team leader, whereas he was handling set of more than 20 people under him, where you have to take care of the entire team on particular roles and responsibilities. Okay, so that point again, he's not a sales guy. He's a management trainee. One day he can become a CEO level. Okay, and especially in a growing bank like ESOF, he already became as a branch manager right now in last 2 years. So it's not that getting job, it's that what kind of roles you are getting into it and what was the long-term future. So you have to analyze on all these parameters to secure it something more good. As I said, you cannot pursue your MBA for 2 times. Final call should be more crisp, clear, and on to the point and analyze with data. So then you can able to make something more valuable. Done. So that's all from my side, sir.
Thank you, thank you. I just like to request our faculty, Mr. Dr. Somo Mukherjee. Somo, can you please say something about the same thing? I mean, can you share some of your knowledges about this? How you can choose a good MBA college, so that our students can get some idea.
Sir, according to me, it depends upon the genre on which the student want to pursue their career. But whatever their specialization, they must be very much sure that they are best in their job. If they are not thoroughly professional, if they are not thoroughly up to the mark, then they will be nowhere, whatever the college name may be. So they must be sure of the fact that what they want to do, and if they want to do that, they need to be based in the industry. And at this very moment, data analytics is one of the main criteria which helps them to survive in the industry level. So they can think also that from that angle also.
Yes, yes. And most important, Renu, you are also here. Renu, you can also share your thoughts with us, please. Renu, if you are listening. So basically, I mean, yeah, Renu, you please share your thinking about this.
So frankly speaking, it's whatever specialization an individual is choosing, he should be mastered into it. As Naresh sir was telling us, it's not required that you should have a knowledge of each and everything. Rather, you should have a knowledge of one thing in which you can say that you are master of it, right? So as far as MBA colleges are concerned, no matter which college you are choosing, you have to extract the knowledge from the faculty so that you can learn the things in much better way.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Renu. Thank you. And actually, this is actually this is our concern, as because we have found that in past we have found that lots of our good students, they have wrongly chosen some college which is not so up to the mark and all that. Their degrees are not valid.
Not valid, yes, sir.
Yeah. Lots of cases happened. So we don't want that to be repeated. So that's why.
And that way they have come across with some sorts of specialization which are totally new to them, and they have chosen them out of some, because their friends are doing it, so they have chosen it without knowing that what will be the future outcome of it.
Exactly. So these things are very crucial, students. Please keep in your mind. Contact with us. Contact with your faculty members. You can anytime contact with any of us. and don't mistake in these things. Okay, choosing this a good college according to your, and a good specialization according to your interest and all that is very important, as Somo sir also has said. And
Sir, it
yeah,
is also right
In
what you were
present
saying,
times, sir,
that
every
do
now
do
and
not
then
think of
every
going to the underrated college.
yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah, exactly. After scoring good marks in CAT and all that, they are not able to choose a good college according to their marks,
And
because of,
their career will be ruined, sir. Simply their career will be
yeah,
ruined.
yeah. And these cases has happened in our college in past.
Yes,
That's why
sir.
we are
In the
concerned.
last, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that
The
is very,
students are repenting after they've taken admission after completing first sem and that.
exactly, and lots of monies are there involved. But
Mhm.
this is very. So students, please
Colleges are
be
charging
careful.
high fees for this MBA 2-year course, and after that, students are coming across with the real fact
Yeah,
where they are up to.
yeah. So that thing you should keep in your mind. Um, uh, Thank you, Mr. Noresh, for sharing your views, your thinking with us, and your presentation was excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it was excellent. Actually, in data science, I am also very much interested in data science and data analytics. So it was learning for me as well. Thanks for joining us. And lastly, but not least, I want to thank Mr. Saurabh. Saurabh Hui. Saurabh, you are there, I think. Thanks
Yes,
for giving us this opportunity, giving our students this opportunity, so that I think our students is very much benefited. Uh, so okay, so with that, we are finishing today's webinar. Thanks. Hope we will meet in future as well.
thank you, sir.
Uh, and if possible, after this pandemic situation, when it will be over, I would like to invite Mr. Noresh Babu, Professor Mr. Noresh Babu in our college, so that we can get more views about this data science and data analytics and all that.
Yes, sir. Sir has really explained the concept in a very simple and a very interactive manner. Matlab, the session has been really interactive as well as
Exactly,
it was
exactly,
informative also. Thank you,
exactly.
sir, for sharing such valuable piece
Ma'am,
of
it's
information with
all
all of
because of
us.
the students, ma'am. It's all
Oh,
because of the
sir,
students. Because
And I
Yes,
after,
really like the things that the two things which you said. Either you know everything, then you don't ask question, or either you don't understand anything, then you don't ask question. That is a real
that's a
fact,
fact.
actually.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
but
It
our
is a
students
real fact,
are
actually.
our students were also interactive today.
Yes, sir.
They have asked
really,
lots of
sir,
questions.
really, sir, you enlighten us from various aspects.
The
Thank you,
It's
concept,
my
sir.
sir, the
pleasure.
topic, seriously, sir, the
It's my pleasure,
information
sir.
that
It's
you
my
have
pleasure.
shared with us is really very, what you can
Thanks,
say,
ma'am.
helping us to extend our knowledge base, because you have explained the concept in a very simple manner, and that too in a very interesting manner, by giving us a lot of
Thank you, ma'am.
examples which we can connect to. Basically, if examples are given to express anything, then it will become more relatable, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So only then we talk about an example. Students are more interactive and inclined towards discussion, ma'am. That's why, ma'am. The
Actually,
entire
that boosted the enthusiasm
एक
of the
मैं बता
students, sir,
देता हूँ
because
रुको
you got connected to the students through examples.
Yes, ma'am. The entire session was more fruitful because of the student only, ma'am. Because I given a credit long before itself. Because
Yeah,
the way
that's
students ask the question, it's drive the entire session into a different angle altogether. The last
Yes,
40-minute
sir.
discussion of the session was so amazing.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's what I thank all the students who participated in today's session actively, especially. And it's very good, guys. Be always more curious enough to learn and question. Just put always why behind everything. So you'll be in a different level in a very short span. You know. That's my only suggestion to all.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
for joining us. Thank you, Renu. Thank you, Shomo. Thank you, Saurav, and thanks to our students. With that, we are finishing today's webinar. Thank you very much. Thanks.
thank you
Thank you, sir.
thank
Have
you
a good
thank
day.
you thank you
Good day.
Thank
Sir,
you, sir.
thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.